Let's paint some fun, bright flowers, and all you're going to need to know how to do is make a little puddle and then do one type of brush stroke. You will have to repeat it quite a few times, but this is a great way to practice varying the pressure on your brush. I'm going to start by taping off a square in my notebook because I like the crisp edges. Grab your watercolors and give them a spritz. I'm going to use a smaller brush than I normally do for my exercises because this is the shape that I want. This is a size 1 quill brush. I'm going to take a damp brush and tap into some pink. Then I'm going to make a puddle with that pink. Wash my brush, and then I'm going to fill my brush with a bright yellow color. I'm going to touch the tip just barely to that puddle, and then I'm going to push down, drag, and kind of twist my brush a bit. Move away from that, touch just the tip, twist, and drag. These are the petals of the flower, and flowers have all sorts of shapes. So these petals don't all have to look the same. I'm leaving a little white space between these. I'm going to refill my brush, and then in between these areas, I'm going to do the same thing. I find it easier to do this if I rotate my page so it's easier for my hand to make these shapes. Puddle, that center puddle is going to bleed a little bit into those petals, which is going to look so neat. And I'm going to take that yellow, and then I'm going to make another puddle with the yellow. Wash my brush, and I'm going to fill it with a nice bright red color. Again, I'm going to repeat that where I touch barely to that center, kind of pull and flick around that center. Refilling my brush as necessary with the red color. Once I've gone around the whole thing, again, I'm going to sneak in between those and make some of those similar strokes. Then I'm going to take that red color that's in my brush, and I'm going to make one more puddle. Wash my brush, and then fill it with that initial pink color. And we're going to do the same thing for this flower. We're going to be adding in some leaves. You can go ahead and do that, or if you're worried about your leaves bleeding into your flowers, you could let it dry or make it dry. I'm actually going to risk it, and I'm just going to paint my leaves. Wash my brush, fill it with a nice bright green color, and I'm going to make similar shapes to those petals. I'm going to scatter a couple of these color around the page. Modify the green color just a little bit so that you have a little variation in the color. Add in a couple more. Modify it again and add in some more until you feel like you've got good coverage with the leaves. In order to remove the tape, I am going to make this dry because then I can heat up the adhesive, which will actually help the tape come off easier. This one is so fun, and other than the puddles, it's just the same stroke over and over again.